Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So West Virginia's offense will take the field first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Ashley. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. Handoff from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Baylor's offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David. It's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Jennings. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's reeled in. It's Hamilton. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking for room. It's Hester. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hester. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage. And the Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, better look out. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. The Mountaineers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and
turning it on. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They make the stop, giving 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
They'll go to the ground. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run play action. He's got him. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Touchdown, Mountaineers! The offense cashing it in on that drive. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense, being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace, QB making good, smart decisions, and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver. But
he's loose. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Bears are threatening on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They're trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears! that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the second period. Takes the handoff. It's Ashley. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the court.
Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Finds a tight end. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Breaks into the open. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Eastern Michigan. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin, he's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Mountaineers are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Finds a little space. Got enough for the first. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Running game got it done on the last play, and now it's first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air, it's Jennings. Got it in the middle, it's McCoy. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And the returner goes down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. And the Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Baylor! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Find some fresh air. Quarterback gets past the marker. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Looking deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
Gonna swing it on second down. Unleashes one deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. These quarterbacks have been wheeling and dealing. A little bit of everything through 2 quarters. Exactly what we expected all week, if not even exceeding those lofty expectations. Feels like the defense that can at least contain one of these dual threats is going to be celebrating a hard-fought victory, although easier said than done. And with that, let's send it back to the guys along the banks of the Brazos River at McLean Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Mountaineers will boot it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Zings it complete to the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Pulls it in. It's Ellison. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's McCoy. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Under fire. Chunked it away just as he was hit. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Looking for a man. It's Jennings. Fires to the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side. A 37-yarder coming up. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. off the play fake on first down. Pocket breaking down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? The defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is up.
Back to pass on second down. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. This time it's complete. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quickly complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the second time today, this one from 34 yards out. It is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
Man, I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
How about the taking the shot off the RPO? A lot of times you see RPO routes and you throw it real quick, whether it's a bubble or in glance, but they're like, nah, I'm going to fake the run right here, take a deep shot. The offense being very aggressive.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Hauls it in. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Bears are on the move. The inside handoff. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, it's Jennings. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Offense facing 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, going to the air. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Vaughn. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. Searching forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the ball squirted out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Finds his tight end. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Sets up the screen. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Quick release on the RPO. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Bulldozes his way through. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. And the the Bears trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating them time and time again.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Makes a catch, 1st down and maybe a lot more. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Bears looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. Punts it out of the air. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. His feet. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Catch in the middle, it's Hester. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Defense playing a bail technique. Wants to throw again. Fires to the tight end. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Complete to the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hamilton. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Third down coming.
The Mountaineers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Trying to burn this defensive back. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. He's got an open man. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
Offenses nowadays know one speed. Be aggressive. Go after it. Even if you've got a lead, you see a lot of offenses do this and take shots and keep making big plays down the field. I like it. Keep it up.
Snagged out of the air. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. One more play to pad the stats. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They get the W, and with that